Hey y'all, how's it going? Since fall has started and it's been raining and the weather is starting to cool off, it put me in the mood of drawing a tree. But not just any tree. I wanted to do something whimsical or spooky, kind of like a Halloween tree. Because Halloween's coming up and fall is here. That's just what's been on my mind. I'm going to start off by using Tim Holtz Distress Oxide inks. I'm using Broken China and Salty Ocean to create the sky. And I'm using a circular motion to kind of blend it on my page because I wanted it to have that fluffy, cloudy look. Um, you can see I'm pressing a little hard, but because I haven't used them in so long, they were a little dry on the top. Here I'm going to use my Art Minds stencil and some baby wipes to kind of remove some of that ink pigment, and that way you will see them kind of like a snowflake or a sparkle in the sky. You'll see it'll lift the color and bring the white of the paper through. After I spritzed a little water on there to make some little water droplets in the blue sky, I am now using the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide and crackled or cracked pistachio and lucky clover for the grass. And again, I'm using that circular motion to apply it to my page. I'm going to use one of my Tim Holtz stencils to add a little more texture. I'm going to use the baby wipe and I'm going to take off some of that color just to add a little contrast to my page. I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous stamp and some archival ink to add some more contrast and some more layers to my page. I don't know about you, but I love words on my art journal page. It just seems like it's not complete unless there's words on the page. Whether that's words I created and wrote on there, words from papers that I've cut out and collaged on there, or words that I stamped on there. It's like part of the process of art journaling is to make sure there's words on the page. Just like the art journal page needs words, the fall scene, what fall scene would not be complete without a full moon, a harvest moon? So I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Distress Oxides again. I'm using fossilized amber and wild honey, and I cut out a circle out of a book page, and I am going to create my harvest moon. I'm going to use my pan pastels to kind of go over my tree and use that to color it in and pull it out to the front. But as you'll see later on, for some reason it didn't turn out like I thought it should. I had done a couple of trees like this in my art journal pages and used the pan pastels, but it just wasn't working this time. So later on I will have to pull out my big brush markers and add some highlights and some contrast using the big brush markers. Here's where I decided that it just wasn't working out. So I'm going to layer over my pan pastels with some matte gel medium. I think I use Ultimate Matte Gel. So that I could use the brush markers over the chalky pan pastels. As you can tell, it just wasn't popping. It needed something, and so I decided I needed to use a different medium. Since I am addicted to sparkle, here's me adding a little sparkle with a Jelly Roll gel pen. It is a red sparkle, which you cannot tell in the video, but I love these pens. They're awesome to use for writing or adding little extras to your page. Now that I have the face of my man on the moon painted on, I've used a lot of Jane Davenport watercolors and some Posca pens. But I've got him done, and now I'm putting him down with a gloss gel. Because I'm going to use a little Vicky inspired technique. I'm going to put a little bit of shading around, like the orange or the yellow glow that you see around the edge of the moon with my brush markers. I'm adding my saying or my quote that I wanted to use. I was going to go with something fall, but once I got done, the only thing that popped in my head was I love you to the moon and back. So I'm going to put that down using some inexpensive letter stickers that I got at Walmart. Here again, I'm using my Distress crayon to outline the edges. I like a border, an edge, a finish to my pages. Another Vicky inspiration, I'm sure. But it feels finished once I get the border on. Another one of my favorite sparkle things to do with my art journals is to add a layer of the sparkly Mod Podge after I'm done, because it puts that little bit of glitter and makes your page sparkle and pop. It's awesome. Well, with a little outlining and a little smudging around the edge of my moon for shadows, I think my page is done. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for coming and watching. And have a great day. See y'all next time.